Welcome back. So I did something incredibly stupid while I was at the store getting a new air stone for my grandmother's pond. I don't know how I didn't realize that my car was still running. I left my keys in the ignition with my vehicle running. Not the smartest thing I've ever done. Ever. Nice bright sunlight there. Oh, but now you can't see my face. I've seen my face. I don't think anybody else needs to see it. So anybody out there who doesn't know what an air stone is, this is an air stone. It's used to aerate, which means it adds air, adds oxygen to your Springfield Armory. I should look that up. It adds air to your aquarium or your pond or whatever the heck it is that you need to do that with. You hook it up to a little pump thingy, and there you go. They're quite handy when you need them. And this, I hate that I have to replace the air stones. Especially in slightly above freezing temperatures, so the water's going to be nice and cold. It would be helpful if my useful idiot, yay, my almost 23-year-old. Fun stuff, man. Totally fun stuff. Dropping down to the speed limit of 25. I'm tired. The situation with my grandmother and firstborn, it's very stressful. He's mentally ill. He's freeloading off of her. He's basically made it clear to her that he's going to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and she has no say in anything in his life because, well, it's his life and he's an adult and he can do whatever he wants. What he doesn't seem to understand is that when you become an adult and you supposedly reach a certain level of maturity, you still have responsibilities and you need to be responsible and you need to do good, you need to make better choices than when you're immature piece of garbage in high school. You cannot continue to be an immature piece of garbage. You have to grow up. It's not just your age that makes you an adult, it's also your maturity level. And I'll be the first person to tell you I'm not that mature for my age, which is closer to 50 than 45. And it's, it's a sucky situation. It is what it is. And I hate saying that, but it's true. The situation sucks. There's not much I can do about it because then nobody listening to me. And we're not sure. He's like, oh, I'm bipolar, and the only thing that makes me feel good about myself is smoking pot and binge drinking. Yeah, okay. It sounds a lot like an ex-boyfriend of mine. Of course, he never said he was bipolar. He simply said that he enjoyed smoking pot and drinking. And I don't think he smokes pot anymore. I don't think he drinks as much as he did. And he married a girl I used to be pretty good friends with. It's kind of, why would you want to get married to somebody that used to live with one of your best friends and have that kind of intimate relationship with somebody who was in a really extremely intimate relationship with one of your best friends. I just don't see that. I don't want to know. Been there. It didn't go well. But they're married. Supposedly they're happy. More power to them. I really don't care. They have not had any children. They're not going to have any children. And I kind of feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. But then again, maybe it would have been a good thing if they'd have been able to have kids. But they, whatever. The whole situation's just stupid. So why do I go off on these different tangents when I'm supposed to be focusing on one thing? I think it has something to do just with the way my brain processes information as it's coming in and going out. I'm really hoping that when I get to my grandmother's house, my son is still not home. He was not home when I called her an hour ago. Was it an hour? Maybe it was a little more than an hour. I told her I was on my way out, and apparently I wasn't. And it seems like every time I need to go do something and my husband is home, I never actually get to go out and do it when I want to do it or when I should do it. And it's not because I'm not blaming him. It's just like our schedules never seem to be on sync. Never seem to be meshing properly. It's just a little ridiculous. Whoa. I don't know. Because I wanted to do this whole thing with her pond a couple hours ago. And it didn't work out that way. I mean, I was taking care of other things at home. I have a chameleon and tarantulas that I need to take care of. Oh, I need to take care of the roaches, too. They need water. They probably need a little bit of food. I have stuff I can give them, but they need moisture. Moisture is extremely important for any animal. It's a warm-blooded animal, a no-blooded animal, or a cold-blooded animal, or whatever you want to call that goo that's inside them. It might not necessarily be blood, but it's something. They still need that. They need that moisture. That reminds me, there was a time I ordered 3,000 ladybugs. Mail order. They were delivered in the mail, and the mailman, I think he kind of has a crush on me, which is a little awkward, especially when he's getting ready to go on vacation and he says, "Come with me." And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if my husband would like that. Thank you for the offer. The Poconos are beautiful. I hope you have an amazing time. And whatever. But he made sure that delivery, he said, I saw that it said live animals on it, and I wanted to make sure you got it right away because it's a hot day. And I really appreciate that he did that, because he didn't have to do that, but he did that. And it was a hot day, and I was sweating a little bit, and I had these ladybugs that were crawling up my arm, and I thought at first that they were trying to bite me, but what they were trying to do is they were trying to drink my sweat, because they just were so thirsty. And we had sprayed down all of the plants so that they had, they had something to drink, because, reading the instructions, you're supposed to do that, so that they have something to drink, because they've been in this bag, in this crumpled up newspaper, in this bag for however long, and now you're releasing them and they need to get liquid. It was really cool though, releasing them. They were so beautiful too. I'm thinking that when the spring comes along, I'm going to order some praying mantis eggs. Actually, I should probably place that order next month. And then when they get to my house, I can just either put them in the refrigerator until it's time for them to hatch. Aw, dead raccoon. Or just take them outside and let them hatch, let them do their thing. We have that stupid spotted lanternfly issue, and the flippin' European gypsy moth, which, that's a horrible thing right there. There's a book I want everybody to read, but y'all don't have to if you don't want to. I think it's a good book. I think you should read it. It's very informative, and it's called The Moth in the Iron Lung. And it actually refers to the gypsy moth caterpillar and all the havoc that it wreaked in New England. So, just a recommendation there. It's a really good book. It's written by someone named Forrest Meridi. He does a lot of research, something he enjoys doing. So I highly recommend this book. I figure if the praying mantis insects will eat the spotted lanternfly, then they might be interested in trying to get rid of a gypsy moth. But I've heard that the gypsy moth caterpillar is an unpleasant tasting thing. So now we'll see what happens. Anyway, whatever's going on with my firstborn, I hope he's not home when I get there, because I really don't want to see him. I want nothing to do with him. It makes it very hard for me to come over here and help my grandmother when she needs help. It makes it extremely stressful for my parents to even come down and visit. So if he's not home, does he have the car? No, he does not have the car. Either that or he has come home. One way or another, I gotta do something with this pond. All right.